Hello my dear students, welcome to science class. Today I am going to discuss your 8th chapter and the name of the chapter is Materials from Plants. Chapter number 8 and the name of the chapter is Materials from Plants. The name of the chapter itself reveals that what I am going to discuss in this chapter. Materials from plants. So what are the materials we get from plant? What are the purpose of that materials which we get from plant? What are the uses of that material? Okay. So all these things we are going to read in this chapter. Okay. So let me start the chapter. The different types of stuff we use to make things are called materials. Many of these materials come from plants. So different types of stuff, that is a basic constituent. Okay. So different types of stuff which use, to make things, different types of things. The basic constituent which we use for making things, that is said to be a material. Okay. So, and many of these things come from plant. Okay, you can say many of these things like cotton we get from plant, then fiber we get from plant, then food we get from plant. Okay, so different types of materials we are getting from plant. Okay, so all about the materials which we are what we are getting from plant, I am going to discuss all these things in this chapter. So cotton. We use cotton to make cloth and to fill mattresses and pillows. We also use it to clean cuts and wounds. So you have seen the cotton, okay, white color, like quite fluffy and very soft. Okay, so we use that cotton to clean our wounds. Whenever you get hurt, okay, so blood comes out at that time, what? You clean the blood with a cotton balls. Okay, so cotton is used for cleaning the wounds. Not only the cleaning the wounds, it is used for making pillows and mattresses. Okay, so pillow. Inside the pillows, you know what is pillow? Okay, so pillow, it is a soft fluffy thing where we keep our head and sleep. Okay, so pillow. Inside the pillows, what is there? Cotton. The pillow is filled up with cotton. Okay, so it is very soft, not hard. Okay, so we use cottons in many purposes. Okay, cotton comes from cotton plant. The seeds of these plants have a lot of fluffy hair growing out of them. The fruit ripen and burst open. The fluffy hair is picked from them. Then the seeds are separated from the cotton. So where does the cotton come from? Of course, it comes from a cotton plant. Okay. So the seeds, when the fruit get ripened, when the cotton fruit get ripened, okay, the cotton fruit looks like a ball shape. Okay. So when it gets ripened, it bursts. Okay, at that time what happens? The cotton comes out. Okay, along with that the small seeds are there. Okay, so that also comes out. We separate the cotton from the seeds. Okay, so people separate cotton from the seeds and use this cotton. The soft cotton is used for making mattress, pillows, cleaning wounds and different kinds of things. Okay, made from this cotton. And this cotton is very soft and fluffy. Okay. How cloth is made? Cloth has thread-like things called fibers. So these fibers are drawn and twisted to make yarn or thread. So how cloths are made? We are wearing cloths. Okay, we wear cloths. Okay, so different types of cloths, different kinds of cloths we wear. Okay, have you ever thought from where the cloths came? Okay, how it is made? Okay, so cloths have thread-like structures, small thread-like structures, that is called fibers. From the fibers we make the cloth. Okay, so fiber, that is called the thread-like structure which is present. Okay, so that is said to be a fiber. Okay, these fibers drawn and twisted. Okay, so twisted, it is crumbled. Okay, so twisted means crumbled, twisting and turning, crumbling. Okay, so this is drawn from the fiber plant and it has been twisted to make yarn or thread. So this is called spinning. This process to make fibers, to make the thread-like structures. Okay, so from the fiber plant, that is said to be a what? That is yarn. Okay, that is said to be yarn, and this process is called spinning. To drawing and twisting process is said to be a spinning. Okay, The yarn is then dipped into colored liquid and boiled. This is called dyeing. Cloth can also be dyed or colored. The yarn, okay, the yarn which we get from thread-like structure, we get from fiber plant, okay. That first we what do? We draw it from the fiber plant, thread-like a structure, and after that we dye it. Coloring process, okay. We wear different colored cloths, okay. Normally we don't wear a white color is there, then golden, brown, green, yellow, red, sky blue, purple, many colors, etc. So many colors, so many varieties of colors are there. So many varieties of cloths are there we are wearing, okay. So that cloth has been made from the fiber plant, and that dyeing process, that coloring is said to be a dyeing, okay. We color it, we dip into the color, okay. So that is said to be a dyeing. The next step is making of cloth is weaving, okay. So cloth is woven on a loom. Loom is a machine where we weave the cloth, okay. So cloth is woven in a machine that is called loom, okay. So first a thread is laid lengthwise over the loom, making many lines. Then another thread is passed crosswise over and under the lengthwise thread. If you look at a bandage or a floor mop, you will see how threads are woven together to make cloth, okay. So the cloth, the first process is to get the yarn, to create the thread-like structure from the fiber plant. The next process is dyeing, that is coloring process. We dip it into the color, the thread we dip it into the color, so into a different color to get a different colored cloth. Afterwards it is weaving process, weaving, when you weave inside the loom machine, okay. So what we do, the threads we lay down, we lay it in a straight, okay, on the loom, and after that another thread is passed crisscrossing, that one is up, another one is down, and one is up, one is down. So that is a crisscross process, you can say, crossing process you can say, okay. So up down process to bind it together, okay, the cloth, the fibers to bind the fibers together to make a cloth, okay. So after that, have you seen that bandage or a floor mop? Floor mop means we wipe the floor with a mop. Have you seen that your home, your mother or your aunt, anybody, okay, wiping the floor with a mop, okay. So you have seen the thread-like structure which is attached in the floor, which is attached in the mop, base of the mop, okay. So that or otherwise you can take the bandage and you see nicely that the thread is crosswise over, okay, crossing one another. It has been binded with crisscross process, that is crossing process, okay. So this is the process of making cloth. The process of making cloth, I'll tell that. First, you have to draw the fibers from the fiber plant, that is yarn, thread-like structure. Second is the coloring process. We do dyeing, coloring means dyeing. And the third is we weave the cloth in a loom machine, okay. So after that, finally, the cloths come out. The bandage process, have you seen that crossing process, okay. So after that only we get the cloth which we wear, or the many things like bandage, mop base, okay. So all these things we get. So this is the process of making the cloth from the cotton, okay. Now wood. Only the wood of some trees can be used to make tables, chairs, doors, windows, cupboards and so on. These trees and the wood we get from them are called timber. So only wood of some trees, not every tree. Okay, so not every tree. I cannot take the jackfruit tree for making the table and chair. Okay, after I can make it, but after a few days it will break down. Okay, it is not so thick. Okay, it is not so hard, you cannot say. Okay, so not only that, I cannot make wooden things from any kind of wood. Okay, so a particular tree is there, like timber tree. It is quite hard and very nice one. Okay, so from that timber tree, from hemlock, many trees are there, larch. Okay, many trees are there from where we get wooden, from where we can make wooden things. Okay, so particular things are for wood. The soft wood, we cannot use the soft wood for making chair, table, windows and all these things. Okay, so it should be a very hard. Okay, the hard trees we use for making our furnitures, making our doors, windows, everything. Okay, so this kind of woods we get from timber. The trees cut down by electric saws, then they are cut into pieces called logs and sent to sawmills. So first, how we get to make our furniture, okay? Ready-madely we go to shop and buy ready-madely the furnitures, okay? Wooden furnitures, okay? But how does it can be made, okay? So first, from the tree only it comes. The basic constituent of the furniture is tree. The tree is the basic one, okay? So from tree only the furnitures we are making, windows, the wooden windows we are making, the wooden doors we are making, the wooden cupboards we are making, okay? Many wooden things, many wooden crafts are we are making, okay, from the tree only. So the tree is said to be a basic constituent, okay, here. So the basic constituent, how we make? First, with the electric saw we cut the tree. The people cut the tree, okay, and makes it into pieces. That pieces is said to be a log, big round shape, okay, cylindrical shape, not in round shape, cylindrical shape I can say, okay. So the trees has been cut down into cylindrical shape and kept. That pieces are said to be a log. And after that, the log has been sent to sawmill for giving a proper shape for a particular thing, okay. For a furniture you need to shape it out the tree. Simply a log cannot make, okay. The log has to be shaped to make furnitures, to make windows, okay. So there are logs. The logs are sewed into boards of pieces of different sizes. So not all wooden things are made from boards cut from logs. So many things are made from plywood boards. Plywood is made by gluing together thin sheets of wood. So all the things, all the furnitures, all the things we do directly don't make it from the hardwood, okay. So we make it, some things are cupboard, we make it with a plywood, some tables are made with a plywoods, okay. So plywood also is a wood, okay, but thin sheet of wood, not the hard, not the very thick sheet of wood, okay. So joining 3 or 5 plywood, we make different like cupboards, with different things we make cupboards and all these things, okay. Wood used for cooking and heating is called firewood. Charcoal is also made from wood. You may have seen dhobis using charcoal to heat their iron. So wood we use for cooking purposes, okay. In villages, if you go and see, in towns and cities we have the gas, okay. So gas cylinder is there, gas is there, we burn the gas and we lighten up the gas and easily we can cook food. But in the villages side, if you go and see, still they use wood, okay, wood to fire, okay, fire process, okay. They cook food with the wood, okay. So charcoal is also made from wood only. After burning the wood, which comes that blackish color like solid material which comes out, that is said to be charcoal, okay. Dhobis use, of course nowadays because of the technologies we use electric iron, but still somewhere dhobis use what? The charcoal. They use the charcoal to press, okay, press the cloths, okay. So iron the cloth, okay. They put the hot charcoal inside the iron box and they press the cloths. If you go to the dhobi shop, no, there you can see, okay. So paper, we write in a paper, okay. So have you ever thought from where the paper came, okay. So how we get the paper? Paper is made from wood, bamboo, other grasses. These things are first made in small chips, then the chips are mixed with water and other things are ground into a paste. This paste is called pulp. Yes, the paper also we get it from plant, okay, trees, especially bamboo trees, then large one kind of trees are there, okay. So larch, then eucalyptus, all these things, all this from all these trees we get paper, okay. So directly from the tree we don't get paper. So paper, first you have to cut it down into a chips, okay. First I am taking as a bamboo here. So bamboo, from bamboo tree we are getting the paper. So most of the time bamboo is only used, okay. So among the all trees, and eucalyptus also is used for making the paper. This is the name of a plant, okay. So we get that chips, we cut the bamboo and we make it into a chips. The people make the bamboo into a small pieces. That pieces is said to be chips. The small pieces is said to be a chips. After that the chips are mixed with water and it is grinded and it becomes paste, okay, paste like structure. So if you grind anything into the grinder machine, obviously it becomes very smooth and paste type, okay, very smooth and loosey paste type. So that is said to be a pulp. In case of making paper, the chips has been mixed with water, and after that what the paper the chip is been grinded, and that paste is said to be a pulp. Okay. The pulp is washed and cleaned to make it white. Then it is pressed out evenly over a fine net. So after that, after grinding process, the pulp is washed out and cleaned to make white. All the dirt, when you wash anything, all the dirt goes off. Okay, so when after the pulp is washed with the water, and after that to clean it out, and it has been laid in a fine net. Okay, in a fine net. So here some water is drained out. After this, it is pressed by rollers into a long sheet. The sheet is dried and put into a huge reel. The paper from the reel can be cut into different sizes. So the sheet is after laying the pulp on a sheet, after washing it, pulp on a sheet, the extra water is drained out from that pulp. Okay, by pressing with roller. Okay, so after getting out the extra water, the pulp has been dried. Okay, so after drying in a proper shape with a machine, they cut into a proper shape. Okay, so proper shape in a we use books for a rectangle or square shape. Okay, so they cut it into a square shape or a rectangle shape. If anybody needs in different shapes, they cut it into pieces and we use that paper. Okay, so finally the paper comes out. So what is the process of paper? First, bamboo trees, eucalyptus bamboo trees, you cut down into small chips. Okay, so the chips has been mixed with water to grind it. Okay, from the tree, you see. So first the process is the basic constituent of paper is tree. So after that we cut it into the tree has been cut into logs. Okay, the small pieces of trees, the pieces of cylindrical pieces of trees has been said as a log. After this log has been this logs has been cut into small pieces, that is making chips. Okay, chips, small pieces, you can say chips. Okay, from this the chip has been mixed with water for making pulp. Okay, so pulp. So first tree, afterwards from tree we get log, that is cylindrical pieces or big pieces of tree. After the tree has been cut into small pieces, that has been said chips, and after chips, the chips has been mixed with water and grinded properly to get pulp. Okay, so pulp has been cleaning pulp. After cleaning process, why do cleaning and spreading? Okay, so cleaning pulp. Okay, so cleaning pulp. After cleaning process, what do the clean pulp has been taken and laid over a net. Okay, spreaded over a net sheet, that is a spreaded and draining water. So after this, what? Here comes your spreading of pulp. After that, what comes? Spreading of pulp. After the spreading of pulp, what comes? It pressing to drain out the extra water. Okay, pressing with roller to drain out the extra water. Then drying process. Then after the drying, then finally paper. After drying, the pieces has been cut into a different shape, and finally we get the paper. Okay, this is the process of making paper from tree. The basic constituent is tree for making the paper. Next, paper is used in many different ways. The pulp with which paper is made is mixed with different kinds of things to make different kinds of paper. For example, clay is added to make thick paper. So paper, we are getting the paper. Okay, so after this process we are getting the paper, but we have different kinds of paper. Okay, like you can say thick paper, art paper. Example, you can say art paper. Art paper is quite thick compared to our normal paper. Okay, art paper. Then hardwood paper. Hard paper are more than that is said cardboard paper. You can say that is quite harder compared to the compared to the art paper. Okay, so we get thick and thin papers. Different types of papers we get. So for that they have used the chemical, some lignin, one type of chemical is there to bind the paper. Lignin has been used. Not only that, to make a thick paper, clay is used. Okay, so this is the process of paper making, and how from trees to we get the paper, and many processes has been done to make the paper. Not only that, many chemicals here, the many chemicals has been used for different kinds of paper. Lignin, then clay has been used for thickening the paper. Okay, finally we get paper. So here ends the chapter. If you have any doubt, any question regarding this chapter, you can contact me between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. to get it clarified with all your doubts. Thank you.